okay, y'all want them to pay more, but the fans have to do the same thing they do for the NBA.
Right.
You got to show support. You got to show up. You got to buy jerseys. You got to buy shoes. You got to do that. They're starting to do that now. But I have a solution for that, and nobody's going to like my solution.
I'm here.
In women's beach volleyball, let's just say that the net is 10. For women, it's lower just a little bit. I'm not saying lower it to 9, 5, 9, 6, but just 9, 9.
Just so we can dunk?
Yes.
No.
No, see?
I feel like it still would change.
I'm telling you.
I don't think
what?
so.
Bro, you dunking and getting, man, trust me, it'll change.
But I still think she need to do OnlyFans, like Shaq said. She need to dunk in her panties.
Angel Reese, who calls herself the queen of college basketball, got really upset when Shaquille O'Neal praised Caitlin Clark for her rise in the WNBA. Reese felt like Shaq ruined her moment and stole the spotlight from her.
Make sure she don't look like a dude. Like she's trying to brand outside of basketball. Yeah, like I'm a woman. I like men.
She tapping into that whole side. She tapping into that whole side of it.
It's a WNBA player look like me and you. So she's trying to make it seem like
more girly.
Yeah.
The WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. Let me do the math real quick. I don't even know my salary. 74? Okay. Yo! I'm living beyond my means!
Shaq didn't hold back when he called out Angel for focusing too much on online critics. He sarcastically said that replying to trolls seemed like her life's mission. He reminded her that these haters only talk because she's in the spotlight, telling her to keep working but not expect quick results.
What would you want to see me in?
I want to see you in, like, more clothes.
Shaquille O'Neal recently made some comments that sparked controversy, especially with Angel Reese. While praising Caitlin Clark for her rise in the WNBA, Shaq wasn't putting down Reese or anyone else. In fact, he was celebrating the entire league, highlighting the talent of players like Aya Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, and, yes, Reese herself. He wanted to emphasize how women's basketball has reached a competitive level that is hard to ignore. However, Reese took it differently. She saw it as a betrayal, as though Shaq was taking Caitlin Clark's side over hers. Reese's reaction to this is an example of missing the bigger picture. Shaq was simply stating that the WNBA is thriving, and that includes players like Clark who are making a huge impact. He also pointed out that the NBA is losing viewers while the WNBA is gaining attention, which shows how women's basketball is on the rise. Reese, however, seemed more upset about Shaq's praise of Clark than the broader conversation about women's basketball. Let's be clear, Shaq is known for being direct, and he wasn't wrong when he said WNBA players play with more fundamentals and team spirit compared to the NBA. He even critiqued the NBA's focus on three-point shooting, which he feels has made the game predictable and less exciting. In contrast, the WNBA's focus on defense and teamwork has made it refreshing to watch. But for Reese, the real issue wasn't Shaq's thoughts on the NBA, it was his glowing praise of Clark. Reese seemed to feel like she wasn't getting the recognition she deserves, even though she's often in the spotlight, mostly due to her antics during the NCAA championship. Clark, on the other hand, has embraced her role as one of the faces of women's basketball. Her performances, including her unforgettable All-Star game, have made her a global icon. Fans love her not just for her skills, but for how she handles the attention, focusing on her game and not petty drama. She has become the face of a league that's finally gaining the respect it deserves. Reese, on the other hand, still seems stuck in her past and more interested in the drama than in moving forward. Despite her undeniable talent, she seemed more focused on getting attention than embracing the positive momentum of the WNBA. Clark's approach is different. She's focused on improving her game and staying humble, and that's what has helped her rise to the top. There's also the fact that Shaq was celebrating the entire WNBA, not just Clark. He mentioned how players like Aya Wilson and Sabrina Ionescu are also helping to raise the league's profile. Reese, though, has been more vocal about feeling overlooked, even though she has received plenty of attention, much of it controversial. Her focus on Clark instead of the league's success shows that she's more interested in rivalry than in progress. The issue here isn't about whether Reese has the talent. She clearly does. But her focus on off-court drama, including rivalries and media attention, could prevent her from fully reaching her potential. The WNBA is thriving, and it's the perfect time for players to focus on what matters most: the game. Caitlin Clark's success proves that focusing on basketball and letting your skills speak for themselves is the way to the top. As for the Athlete of the Year award, Caitlin Clark was a clear choice. She led Iowa to the national championship, became a media sensation, and signed a big deal with Nike. Her impact on the game is undeniable. Reese, however, seems upset that she hasn't been given the same spotlight, despite her own social media presence and occasional drama. But focusing on the spotlight for the wrong reasons could backfire. The WNBA is at the beginning of a golden era, and there's space for everyone to shine if they focus on their game. Caitlin Clark has shown that focusing on skill and team success is what gets you to the top, while drama just distracts from the bigger picture. Whether Angel Reese can adjust her focus and join Clark in leading the league forward remains to be seen.